Welcome to the Shift into What's Next podcast, where embracing change can ignite a world of possibilities. Hey now, I'm your host, Elise Ancel, and welcome back to a space where we have real conversations, the kind that lean into the hard stuff. You know, the kind of moments that try to shake us, but don't get to break us. Today, we're diving into something many of us have wrestled with at one point or another, the feeling of abandonment, especially when we think, had you been here, this wouldn't have happened. Maybe you've been there, staring at the loss of a job, the end of a relationship, your health declining, or maybe even watching opportunities dry up that you thought were meant for you. And in the middle of it, there's this very real urge to point fingers, to say, if only they had help, if only God had shown up sooner, maybe I wouldn't be going through this. It's a hard place to sit in for sure. The space between what could have been and what actually happened. I'm reminded of Mary and Martha in the Bible. Their brother Lazarus had died, and when Jesus finally arrived, they met him with some pretty raw honesty. Lord, had you been here, our brother would not have died. That hit different for me because I've lived through some seasons where I felt the same way. I saw things falling apart. I cried out. I pleaded for help, and it felt like heaven went silent. I was losing ground fast. The doors I thought would stay open, they closed. The resources I counted on vanished. It felt like everything that could have been salvaged was slipping through my hands. I had a front row seat to what felt like the death of possibility. But then I remembered something. Just like with Lazarus, even in what looked like the deadest of moments, Jesus still showed up. And when he did, life came forth. That's the hope I hold on to. Even now, even in things that feel long gone, beyond saving, done and over with, he still has the power to speak life. Why the delay? I wish I could tell you. Maybe so others can witness the miracle. Maybe so you can witness the miracle. Maybe it's not about what died, but about what's about to be resurrected. And sure, it still hurts. Let's not pretend it doesn't. Trusting God's timing doesn't cancel out the disappointment, but it does anchor us in the truth that He's still good and He's still able. And maybe, just maybe, some things don't need to be raised back up anyway. Maybe, just maybe, some of it was meant to stay buried so something better could rise in its place. I don't have all the answers, but I am learning to trust Him, even in the silence, even in the delays, even when I don't quite understand. So let's take a moment to sit with this. Is there a place in your own life where you've been asking and saying, Lord, had you been there? What feels like it died while you were waiting? And can you believe, even now, that He still might show up with something greater than you expected? Thanks for joining me today. If this episode spoke to you, go ahead and share it with someone else who might be sitting in that same space, wondering if life can still come from what looks like a loss. And remember, just because it's delayed doesn't mean it's denied. Hold on, stay hopeful. He's still showing up. Until next time, take care of your heart, keep trusting, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and like, share, or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, and feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to hear how your shift is unfolding.